Okay, so in this video, we are going to be doing the foundation plan. We just finished the floor plan / elevations. So we're done here. On to the next page, which is the foundation plan, which is S1, which stands for structural one. So let's go ahead and dive in here and see what we got. Okay, so we have an O1S1 wall detail, which is this one, which is not correct. This is to show where this is. We're actually building this wall, which is going to be this wall. The O1S1 is the wall to CMU connection. You see, where we have this masonry wall. This is a frame wall being bolted to that wall. This is the existing wall. It's made out of brick. This is the frame wall. We're going to bolt it right here to this wall. And we're going to bolt it right here to this wall. Just like this. It's actually not even going to look like this because we have a beam running across right here. But we can leave it like this for now. So let's go ahead and let's change this. Let's click in here. And so we have this. I'm going to go to O1S2, O1S1. We're going to make this O2S1. And let's make this one O1S1. And this is close. We can get rid of this. Actually, new exterior frame wall. Fetch. That's fine. And this double top plate. So this is if we don't have anything else supporting it, but we remember we have that beam, and that beam is already connected to that roof. So we're going to need to modify this detail a little bit. Remember before I had told you that how this all existed? Let's go in here and let me show you. So remember, this is what's already there. Okay, so we're going to be putting a frame wall into this. So that frame wall, let's say we have a beam here. This is just to show you what it's gonna, basically what's going on, just to explain it to you. This is a beam, okay? And it's running across here. This is the slab, the existing slab that's already there, okay? We need to put in a wall. It's gonna be like this. Let's make these 2 inches wide. They're gonna be 2x4s. And we're gonna run these right into this double top plate. Actually, let's put a single top plate up there. So we're going to go ahead and go down a little farther. We're going to put another 2x4 that's going to run across like this. Okay. Let's make sure it's 2 inches. 2, perfect. let's attach this. All the way to here. Okay. Now on the bottom, we're gonna have a bottom plate, which is another 2x4. Let me see if I can show you an example of stud wall, exterior frame wall. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about. All right. So this is an exterior frame wall here. This is called a stud. These typically run about 16 inches on center. This is a top plate. This is a double top plate. Show you this picture here. So this is two 2x4s on the top. And we do that to support the roof. And on the bottom, show you this picture. This is the bottom plate. This right here. These are your studs. And this is your top plate. Usually we put 2 on the top if they have to hold weight. This one's not holding weight because the beam is already holding all the weight. See another example here. This is all framing. All framing. So you can see, yep, there's some more framing. This one has a single top plate and a bottom plate. And you see how this wood is a little green? Because this is going on cement. Anytime we're attaching a piece of wood to a piece of cement or concrete, it has to be pressure treated. That green wood is actually pressure treated. It's treated with a chemical at high pressure, and that makes sure that it doesn't rot when it gets wet. Anything that's going to be touching cement is going to hold moisture. So we do pressure treated on all that stuff. So that is that. Again, this one probably shows, yeah, this is pressure treated on the bottom, and then they come up to the top. So that's what we're going to have to do here. We're going to have to build this. So we're going to put a bottom plate here. Okay. And that bottom plate would go like this. We would just run this to about here. And then now, what we would do here is space this 16 inches on center. You don't have to draw this. This is just to show you how a wall is built. 16. So this is how that wall would look. And there would be about a third of the way up. They'd put some of these bracings in. It would be like this. Right? And they would take this and come over here, and they'd probably something like this, and they would stagger. Let's go here to here. Let's do this. Again, you don't have to draw this. This is just to show you how this wall would be built. So that would be, let's come out here so I can show you. That would be like this wall right here. Okay. And now where this is going on, let me show you what that would look like when we build it. Let's see, where am I? In here. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's say that we have here, we have our concrete wall. Okay. Let's go ahead and put in some concrete. CAD blocks, designer blocks, details, CMU bricks, 8-inch. All right. So this probably would look, let's put this here to right. So that probably, we've got to keep going up. And then in here, let's put a, there's a bond beam up here. Right, like that. Okay. This is kind of what this is looking like, this wall. This wall would be this wall right here. Okay, so how we would connect these two is down. There we go. Is we would take a piece of wood and we would bolt it right to here. This piece of wood is going to be pressure treated because it's going to concrete. Okay. And this is connected up here and down here with what's called SP1 and SP2s. In this case, it's just going to be an SP1 and an SP. Well, we could put SP2 because it's connected to this as well. But the difference between an SP1 and an SP2, the SP1 sits here and it connects this bottom plate to this stud. The 1 indicates it's a single plate. SP, single plate 1. And then this one is an SP2 or stud plate, sorry, stud plate 1, and this is stud plate 2, and the 2 shows that it's connecting to 2. So it would connect to this plate, and then there would be another plate up here. There's not actually a plate, but we still can connect to a piece of wood because it's this as actually a this is actually a beam. So let me show you what a SP1 and a SP2 look like. SP1. SP2. You come in here, this is an SP1, SP2. Let me see if I can show you a diagram. They don't have it in here. Okay, but this is the plate. This is where the stud sits. The stud's going to sit in here and you're going to nail it into the stud. This sits on the plate, which is the flat piece of wood going across the top and the bottom. Let me see. Oh, there's only 3 pictures. All right. Let me see if I can show you installation. There we go. This is the SP2. So you see how this is the stud. You put the nails in like this. And this is the double top plate. This is the SP1. This is the bottom plate. So this is pressure treated piece of wood. You nail it in here, and then this wraps around and touches the stud and puts it in place. Let me see if I could show you a real life picture of one so you could see what it looks like in real life. Here you go. This is it. That's the bottom plate. Goes in and attaches. Let me show you the SP2 so you can see what that looks like. Here it is. SP2, 2 plates. So because we have a beam up here, it doesn't matter. We can still nail to it, so it's fine. So that's how this wall would be built. And then we would have our bolts going in, which is the same as what you have here. So let's go ahead and focus on this one, and then we'll come down here and we'll fix this one after. We go single top plate, and we need to go up 8 feet. I'm just going to use this as a reference. Go up 8 feet. That's really 8 feet. Yep, 8 feet. Okay, cool. And then now I know I got a beam, so I'm going to come down a foot. 12. I'm going to come across. All right. So I'm actually going to be sitting like this. Let's make this 2 inches. It's 2. Perfect. Now this plate goes there. All of this connects here. Just to pull this down. All right, so let's pull all this to where it goes. And then for here, I want this wood to look like this with the X's. And that is going to signify this is a beam. Let's slide this down to here because it's going to be sitting underneath that plate. Let's copy this. And move it from here to here. All right, and then inside of here, typically is a piece of plywood or OSB. It's inside of here. And that's how all this is connected. What we can do to fill it, maybe put a hatch angle, put it real light color on it. Something like this. Hit OK, see what it looks like. Yeah, that looks good. Let me show you what that is. Laminated beam. Laminated beam. Images. Beams with plywood. Let's do this. Spliced plywood. Yeah, okay. So here you have your beam, and you have a beam on the other side, and it's connected to a piece of plywood. So basically, this is a supported slice right here. So anywhere you have two beams like that, you typically have a piece of plywood that connects them together that they can be nailed into. Okay, so we have that. This can go now. That was just to reference the 8 feet. So this all looks accurate. Now remember, we have a 4-inch slab underneath. So let's go ahead and do that. 4 inches. Pull this out. And let's fill it with concrete. Fill style. Go concrete. Let's do it at like half an inch, 0.5. That looks good. Cool. There's that. Let's go ahead and put a roof on it. Where are my roofs? Here they are. All right, so let's just grab one of these. Edit, copy. Go back to our foundation view. Edit, paste. All right, and we can erase that. And this is probably gonna have to get pulled out. And we're just gonna put here, we can get rid of a lot of this stuff. We're just gonna put right here, existing roof. To remain. Okay. Get rid of this because we're not trying to show them how to build a roof. We're just showing them that it's there. Go here. I'm going to pull it from that spot to this spot. Now remember, this is already existing. We're not building it. They already built it a long time ago. We're just showing that it's there. Let's go ahead and pull this one out to match. Okay, so we have no double top plate. This is existing beam. To remain. And then pull this back. Just put in an arrow to here. Again, we're going to make the arrows 2 inches like we did before in the other plan. 2. 2x4 stud, 16 on center. That can stay. Let's go ahead and grab this and copy it. Bring it down. We're going to put single top plate. Shrink this. Bring this up. Bring this in. Pull this in a little bit to here. And then we're going to actually pull from here. Touch the diamond, pull it up. Single top plate. 2x4 studs, 16 inches on center. Wire lathe and stucco can remain, but we want to change all these arrows. Arrow, arrow. I'm going to change all these arrows. Open. Arrow. 2 inches. There we go. 1/2 inch drywall can stay. Let's tighten it up a little bit. There we go. R13 insulation. Let's move this up. 3/4 inch wood base. That's fine. Half inch by 5.5 inch mechanical bolts. 24 inches on center max. You see, perfect. See this, we're not showing the bolt in. All right, so that's because this layer is on top of this layer. So how we put a layer behind a layer is just click on it. And you see this here? View, draw, order, edit tools. You click on that. These reds move it backwards. These blues move it forwards. I'm gonna send it backwards. There it is. Okay, we can get rid of that. Move this. This. Let's drop this down a little. This looks like it's too small. Let me go in here and see. Let's pull one of these. These are bigger. See how this one looks. Yeah, much better. New exterior. So we're going to put new exterior frame wall. You're going to hit OK. This is going to be the O1S one. O1 S1. Hit OK. Get rid of this. Actually, let's move this up again. And then slide this over. There we go. That looks better. On this top of beam elevation, we can get rid of this. We don't need this right now. Get rid of that. Oh, yeah, forgot this one. Arrow 2. Go with this. Hit OK. Looks good. Now for this detail, let's see. We might be able to just leave it like this. we are going to leave it like this. But we're going to put mechanical bolts, 1/2 inch by 5 1/2 inch mechanical bolts. At 24 inches on center, epoxy. We don't have to epoxy on center. Into existing CMU wall, typical. Okay. This is a 2x4 wall, so we need to change this from 2x6 to 2x4. PT. And then we're going to put existing concrete slab. Perfect. Let's go ahead and put a bottom plate. That's fine. Let's bring this up. Here we go. That works. These things are driving me nuts. Let's go ahead and fix these. All right. Open line style. Let's see if it'll let us. Of course not. Okay. We're just going to explode them. Let's see what happens now. There we go. By layer. 2. Okay. And then make sure that they're turned on. See, they're not. Just can't put CAD electrical. So what we're going to have to do is move these. Open. See, it's CAD electrical foundation plan layer. Is it okay? That's good. I'm going to grab these arrows. There. Change this to 2. Perfect. And we're going to copy this. We're going to put new exterior frame wall to existing CMU, which stands for concrete masonry unit wall. Okay, let's drop this out. This is a O2S1. Let's put existing footer. That's fine. We can even scoot this in. Okay. Okay, cool. That looks good. Let's scoot this down a little. Let's grab all this. Scoot it over. Scoot it up. And then this text, I need to pull it out. Oh, I need to pull it out farther. and farther. There we go. Let's scoot this back. See if we can fit it. Might not be able to fit it. No worries. Let's pull this out a little bit more. Pull this one out a little bit more. All right. Now let's go this way. And now we're going to pull this line out to there. Cool. File save. Let's go over here to our foundation plan. And we know that we got, let's scoot this one over. Copy that, paste it to home. That's going to be right here. So we're going to put O2 S1 right there. Copy another one. I'm going to paste it here. Twirl it around. And then for this one, because it's kind of sitting funny here, we can turn this a little bit and just bring it right in here. There we go. Now we got to show this other wall. So we're going to copy this. This wall is one of these. Scoot this in. And one more right here. Bring this in. Cool. One last thing we have to fix is these bolts would not exist in a doorway. Okay. So we erase that there because that bolt wouldn't make sense to have a bolt right there in that doorway. It will sit inside of a window, but not inside of a doorway. Everything else looks good. File save. Let me go to layout. All right, so that looks good there. That looks good there. Pick this up, scoot this over. Cool. Oh, one other thing I'm gonna put, just so they know, we're gonna put existing concrete slab to be used. We'll just put that there so they know that this slab is, we're not pouring a slab, we're just using what's there. And that will do that for this video. Let's just double check one more thing. Looks good. Foundation plan S1. Cool. That's it for this video.